It's a nice sunny day. Rufus may follow me, he may not. Probably not. But we've got some stuff to do. If you're new to this series, it's a series you put on in the background whilst you hobby or paint along with me. Actually, I'm just going to sit down here. Yeah, you put it on in the background, talk about a little stuff, some hobby stuff, some life stuff, some whatever comes to my mind, really. So you get to do some awesome hobby. I get to do some awesome hobby. Together we get stuff done, and yeah, we enjoy ourselves, have a good time. It's good for those tasks where a bit more laborious, but I'm hoping today won't be. So oh, the sky is beautiful out here. It's a pity we can't do it outside. Maybe one day in the future. Anyway, let's get to the bench, shall we? Welcome to my messy bench. As you can see, I've got my Zombicide Black Plague, or some of the guys here that I've been working on this little A4 green cutting mat, which is on top of my lovely new what is it, A1? I don't know, A whatever it is. Yeah, it's an A1 cutting mat there. So I might be moving them off because I bought a copy of War Games Illustrated, and I got this free sprue with it. Yeah, it's what made me buy it. It's got some Anglo-Zulu War British Line Infantry figures on there, 4 by the looks of it. There's a great article in this magazine actually on how to convert them up into like alternatives, but enough on that. We're here now. I've also got my Catachans here, yeah, and some ghosts from Ghostbusters, which I'm really liking, by the way, this whole setup here. Where I put the Aphomatic Blue on these guys, I mean, this dude here, he's got, it's kind of hardened up in between his legs, so I'm going to have to sort of cut that out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on these guys first. Move these guys off to one side, because I want to base these 4 up, really. Don't ask me why some are on lids and others aren't. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't tell you that. I could go and get another lid. In fact, I may do that just to make it a little easier. I've got them just here. It also gives me a chance to look at other parts of my studio, because I'm looking for a box, actually, a box of some importance. It's actually my Imperial Knight box, but hey, it'll turn up. It's around somewhere, because it's got the stickers in, you see, for my stickers transfers for my Imperial Knight. It'll turn up. I just wanted to have a quick look around whilst I was over there. That's fine, that's fine. It is around. I think I spotted it. Yeah, I see where it is now. That's good. Okay. So back with another lid. Sorry about the fact there's a fan blowing, by the way. As I come closer to the bench, you'll probably hear it. But turn it off for a bit, actually. There we go. You also want to make sure you got your teas and coffees and whatever else ready. I've got some good old English builder's tea, cup of tea. Have some now. Yum, yum, yum. Right, so first things first, hop him on. I did have some Coke lids. These are water bottle caps. I did try him on a Coke lid, but he didn't stick. There must be something in the plastic which these just don't like. They just don't want to stick to it for whatever reason. That's fine. Now then, I've got to look for a hobby knife. Well, this one will do. Any hobby knife will do. I just want to open up the gap. Actually, probably zoom in a bit more here now. Yeah, so I'm just opening up the gap here. There we are. That's good. That's good. That's excellent. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base these Astrogranite Debris, I think, for Ghostbusters. I've got an old texture tool here, by the way. And I think this is how I'm going to base them. Now, looking... I might have to see if I can find any cover art or something. They've got, like, teeth or some sort of teeth. Might have to look at that. Do something, I don't know, particularly ghoulish or something on them. But if I put this base on, they should start looking a bit more complete, as it were. And I can paint the rims of these guys as well. And I think I'll paint them all together. I'll try to remember to production line them more, because if I don't, I'm liable to forget what I used. That said, it's cool not to have all identical, but you know, it's just a cool way of doing it. Sometimes production lining models is pretty cool. I enjoy it, unless it's a stage I don't enjoy. Like, say for instance, it was a unit of Space Marines, and it was the Aquilas on their chest, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I just don't like painting those. There's a lot of lines and striations on the wing. Just say, for example, I actually don't mind painting them, but just say I didn't like it when I had those to do to production line. Say I had a couple of units of Space Marines to do, I'd be like, don't like those. But if it's stuff like, I don't know, say guns or gun casings, and I don't mind, quite like painting those. It's like, yeah, this is cool, this is alright. So that's my thing. Okay, so this isn't bad. Alright. I don't want to get too much on the sides, because I am going to be painting the sides. Probably grey. Grey to match their base. That'll be good. Alright then. These four are just test pieces, really. And I have washed the miniatures, so technically I could start production lining them now if I really wanted to. Which, you know, I might do. These, they look heaps better. Any model to me looks heaps better once you start doing the base. That's just the way I see it. I thought we'd change the camera angle again today. Oh, yeah, it's nice to chop and change, isn't it? That's what I say. I'll still maintain the gap under his legs. This Astrogranite Debris, I think, is great, because it's kind of a pretty neutral colour. Like, for my Catachan Jungle fighters, I'm going to be using Sterling Mud here for their base. But yeah, Astrogranite debris for these guys, definitely. It's quite like I say, it's quite a neutral colour. I mean, true, you can then paint whatever colour you want on top of that because it's got the texture, and they are for the texture after all. But well, you're saving yourself a step then if you get it in the right colour to begin with. It's a bit like priming in a colour that's what you want to use as a base colour, like a green or a blue or a metal, say. I did that for my Imperial Knight. Which I thought would save me a bit of time, which it certainly did. It's my first Imperial Knight. I did my metal bits by hand and it was a pain. Took forever and a day, it really did. But this way, you save yourself a bit of time, you don't feel bogged down so much by it. And life is good, you know? Right. Oh, I've got an itchy nose today. Means I'm going to get a surprise. I'll tell you what, I was surprised at my latest roof quote. God. Ha! No pun intended, but the prices have gone through the roof. Yeah, a lot of expense in that one. I don't think I'll be going with that one. Impressed with the quote, the way it was presented though, and the speed at which it was presented. So that's two I've got now. I'm going to get another one now. So that's them. So what I do then is, I need some paper towel, don't I? I'm going to be doing it on the bench. Need a bit of paper towel. One thing I wish I had is a paper towel holder. When we move one day, that's what I endeavour to fix up for myself. Yeah. That's them done with that, so that's good. Now, I'll pop them to one side because they will need to dry thoroughly before I work on their bases anymore. Oop, come back. Militron here. Got Militron. Gonna wash the base here. Gonna null oil it. I'm gonna null oil the base. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't want gloss. I just want bog standard null oil. Agrax Earthshade was a possibility. Oh, the null oil's out. That would explain why I can't find it, wouldn't it? Haha. Now, what I'm looking for big brush, something like this. It's gonna be all right for doing some wash. I mean, I could use the Army Painter Quick Shade on it, but I just don't want to. So I'll put this shade on, which will dramatically change the look of it. That's fine. Then this can sit to one side. See, I'm back at work tomorrow. Today is Sunday. I've got today off this week. Sunday off this week. Back at work tomorrow for a few days. I'm doing late. Not my favourite shift, I'll be honest, but I was blessed because I was able to get the last 2 lates off as leave, which is good. But it means this guy will be ready to work on my next days off, if that makes sense. Because I'm going to put a lot of Nuln Oil on here. I like Nuln Oil. I like the Citadel shades. The Citadel shades are by far my favourite out of all the makes I've used. There are some good ones by other companies. I notice other companies aren't quite as consistent with the with their shade washes, though. I mean, you'll get some really cool, like army colour shade washes, but you'll get some really bad ones, or ones I really don't like working with. It's slightly too opaque, some of them. They only seem to work if you thin them down. Maybe that's what they're designed for, but I love Citadel's ones just straight out of the pot for the most part. I mean, yeah, sometimes you want to thin them down a bit, and you can use some of the contrast paints. Just remember that they don't behave in the same way. Don't react as well, or as in the same way with the surface tension as a shade wash does. You just got to bear that in mind. So, like if you're using Basilicanum Grey, for instance, you're probably best off doing it over some flatter areas. I don't know, like say for instance armor paneling or something of that nature. Right, so there we go. So done the majority of the shade wash on Militron Prime on her underside. And there we are. Can let that dry now, and I can come back to my other guys. Do you know, I'm sorely tempted to get my other Ghostbusters, but I'm also aware that I do really need to get miniatures off my bench before I get more on the bench. So I'm just going away. I'm just getting a bit of a cleaning wipe here. Might bring the bin a bit closer actually, so that I haven't got to scrabble around for it. There we are. That's good. Okay, I'm back. Okay, sip of tea time. So, what are you guys all working on? Let me know. Do let me know. What are you working on? Right. Okay, it's time to work on our heroes. Get them off the bench. Right. Let's find the dwarf here, Samson. I mean, I put a highlight on his trousers here. So I'm looking for a kind of a blue-grey, maybe like a Fenrisian blue. I think blue horror. I think that might be too light. Lovern blue. I'm not entirely struck on that. Electric blue, no. Therian blue, which is pretty identical to blue horror. Blue horror is looking good right now. God, I've got 3 Ethereum blues. They must have been in some sets of paints I bought. What else have we got here? Thunderhawk blue. Yeah, no. I'll have to look in the greys, see if I've got any pushing the edge of the grey to blue. Loafer blue, no, definitely not. So, Storm Fang, that's kind of a grey blue. I quite like the look of that. That's a dry paint, but we can make that work. And there's Fenrisian Grey, which I first thought of. Not a lot in it. I think Fenrisian Grey. Fenrisian Grey. I'll keep Blue Horror out just in case, but I'm thinking Fenrisian Grey here. Not going to be a lot of this used. Just for some where the light catches his trousers. I will make sure they are thin layers. I've got a cushion on my seat, which is why I keep fidgeting. I'm not used to it at the moment. So I'm just shaking out the paint here. So, right. Watching a bit of comedy last night on the DVD. Watching a bit of Lee Evans. I like him. He's funny. He makes me laugh. Good, clean humour. Right. See. Fenrisian Grey. Definitely thin that down. I'm one of these people that likes to... You see, you watch Duncan Rhodes thin his paint down, he'll thin like, I don't know, a half or a quarter of the paint blob he's got on his palette. I like to thin the whole thing down. I know that limits your palette area, but it's just the way I roll. Okay. Then detail brush. Detail brush and just going over, like I say, areas I think the light would catch. Yeah, that's literally it. That is it. That's all I wanted to do. All that paint for that, I wasted it really, didn't I? Never mind. I think this detail brush has had it, which is a shame. Yeah, I think... Oh, that's something I wanted to check. I know I've got matte black, but have I got matte white? Yes, I have. Or do I use a dry paint? Vexetti white. Think I will use that. It's a dry paint, so need a small dry brush. That one might do. My palette out of the way. Getting quite low. It's amazing how you get through your paints, isn't it? Don't notice it so much, obviously, straight away on a dry paint. Difficult to see on a white too. Sometimes I have blue tissue, and sometimes I have white tissue. So, right, I think that's him. Samson is there. Yes, Samson is done. He is done. I'm going to need to wash my dry brush off on my soap, because the dry paints do tend to stick around, as it were. Yeah, they certainly do. There we are. Squidgy, squidgy, squidgy. There we are. Right, Samson is done. I want to make sure I know that. Samson is definitely done. Okay, he will need varnishing. So that's just me putting paints away. I've got so many on the go here. Oh, dry up my soap. There we go, or it'll go all gunky. It's just ordinary household soap, by the way, folks. I don't use like artist's brush soap when it's soap, really. It is. You know, I'm talking like 10 quid difference in price. I'm going with household soap, sorry, but I am. Right, so that's Samson done. Silas, the elf. Good. I want to get some more work done on him. Right. Now he's got the scabbard of his sword. He's got to do his trousers. He's got some light brown clothing to do as well, or maybe like a tan colour clothing. We've got a tan. Have we got a tan yellow? Desert yellow. That'll do. That works. That'll do for me. Desert yellow for his trousers and tunic. Desert yellow. This is more of a brown. It's just a lighter brown than that one, which is good. Ain't got any shade washes on him yet. That's interesting. So I'm just shaking up the pot or the bottle. Like a zero brush I'm going to use, probably. Yeah, I think my detail brush has had it, which is a great shame. Okay, so desert yellow, then water, bit more, there we are. Okay, I've just looked at my microphone. Half an hour in? Are you serious? You kidding me? I've only just started. All right. Where does the time go, folks? Okay, so Silas the elf. Start with his trousers. Right, so let's update you then. I'm still working from home at the moment. I've got my office set up at home now properly. All good in the corner of the living room, which is it's really cute, nice little setup. I've got a proper chair, proper desk. Got my monitor, my laptop, my laptop riser, keyboard, mouse. It's all there, you know. And so tomorrow I'll be giving it its first test run. From 3 till midnight, folks. Yeah, as I say, it's not my favourite shift. I'm sure it's not anybody's favourite shift, but yeah, I am looking for an alternative role, and preferably one where I won't have to work Christmas Day, which is something else, which is a bit of a about this role. I know police have to operate on Christmas Day, and I know, but I would hope at least it's the there's like a bank holiday payment rate for it at least. I suppose if it's working till midnight, at least I get Christmas morning. That would be good. I think I'm working Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Ugh. Yeah. Like where my wife works though, they get 2 weeks off for Christmas. Guess what I prefer? I mean, alright, probably comes out your annual leave entitlement, so what? Who doesn't want 2 weeks off for Christmas, eh? Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. Yes, that'll do for me, son. Can't remember what colour I painted his cloak, this one. I'm going to have to try and match it up because there's some places I've gone over and need to tidy up. Oh, that's a pain. If I'm playing Black Plague, for the most part, I'll be playing solo, so you know I might be able to start playing the game sooner because you know I'm gonna wait till I've painted up every miniature. But I am hoping to get a game in with my family at some point because we just love Zombicide games. Haven't bought into Zombicide 2nd edition. No, it's true. Reason, well, I suppose. I mean, it's a lot of money to buy these games. They cost a lot of money, and if I was to spend that amount of money, I'd want something that was a bit more different than what I'm used to. Yes, I know the rules have changed a bit, and the what do you call it? The components are upgraded, but it's essentially still the same game at its heart. No, I'd want something different for spending that amount of money. So I'm happy with the original, which is still not that cheap, by the way. I'd have thought it'd been a lot cheaper. I mean, some of the things are cheaper, and some of them aren't. I mean, I might look into getting the updated rules and cards for the dashboard, the things, because then I can just keep my original miniatures and so on. I'm going to paint up another bunch of them and no, I'm not playing it unpainted. I know board gamers do. It's not something I want to do though. What put me off playing with unpainted miniatures was the Dark Vengeance box set. Tried to play that with my wife, unpainted. She was having none of it. Oh, I can't see you, Zuvi, you know. They all look the same to me, just grey plastic models on a tabletop. So I'd like to be able to see at a glance who's the good guys, who's the bad guys, and you know who's mine and yours. You know, I said, well, it's fair enough. We will paint them, and you'll be able to tell at a glance who's who. Still a few more bits I've got to go over. That's okay. Right. Well, that's done his tunic and so on. I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah, so I'm hoping that the money will be good at least. Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Seems I've got to work him if I'm still there. Put Samson over here because he's done. I want there to be no mistake. Samson is done. I'm happy with him. He's done. Done, done, done. Let's have some tea. It soon cools down, your tea. Yeah, so, yeah. Silas. I mean, an elf. I don't know anything about his abilities. They look pretty good. Gets an extra action. Gets +1 to his dice roll for ranged attack. Gets +1 free ranged action. Got a special rule called point blank. I mean, I don't know, you know. I'll soon find out though. So, next. Oh, I'm just looking at him. He's got kind of almost black boots. Well, we'll do that. We'll do... What will we do? Corvus? We'll do Corvus Black. Corvus Black boots. Yeah, nice. Mephiston Red, that's going to be to go over a couple of his places on his underrobe. Then all I've got to do is find the green I used on his cloak. Sorry guys, I'm just drinking my tea. Tea. Mini Ozone cup. Yeah, boy. Last one. There we are. So, green. I think it's battle dress green. I think it's that colour. The one I'm going to use for him. But in the meantime, let's get these boots done. Let's get these boots done on him. I really like the miniatures from Cool Mini or Not. Some people don't like them. Some people don't like Reaper miniatures. I love them. I really do. Not all of them. There's a few I'm like, a bit meh. But that's more to do with the actual design than the miniature itself. Right. Okay, what time have we got here? 40 minutes. Doing the boots on Silas. Well, at least we've gotten one miniature off the desk. Got Samson off the desk, because after this episode, he's going to be varnished. And I'm thinking of putting the the contrast paint, which is I'm going to use kind of like a wash. Apothecary White, more like a grey wash, on my Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And then that will be dry for the next session, which is good. Which is very good. Very, very good. Well, also, I'm going to phone my mum once I've finished up here. I phone my mum every day. I saw her the other day. Went up to see her, my wife and I, and it was a really good time. Yeah, it was nice. my sister was there and we had a catch up because I haven't seen her for months on end. I'll just raise that a bit more there so I get a little bit in shot. Sometimes it's cool. So I'm going to phone her. Yeah, I went up to see her. Took some flowers up and that was nice. We had a bit of a catch up and yeah, I had some sad news recently though. My cousin passed away, which is very sad. He was actually my favourite cousin. He had some health problems and it wasn't entirely unexpected, but you know, even when you know someone where it's kind of, you kind of expect the end to be near. It's still a shock when it happens, and I was very upset. You know, I liked him a lot. He was, like I say, he was my favourite cousin because he always made me laugh and smile. He was always laughing and joking. He raised the spirits of everyone around him. And he was just, you know, really good to be around. And so that's how I'm going to remember him, you know. So, yes, I was a bit in shock about that. A bit down in the dumps. I was remembering the last time I saw him was at a festival. He used to run a festival where he used to live with different acts on some music, some comedy, all different things. It was really, really good, really cool. It went on all day, all night, and everybody just had such a great time there, such a lovely atmosphere. And a good time had by all. Yeah, I was just remembering literally the last time I saw him. And I didn't expect that to be the last time I saw him. Obviously, you don't, do you? But you end up wishing, I wished I'd talked longer with him. And he was into painting as well. He liked he liked nature and he liked painting. When I say nature, he loved like being outdoors and growing things and plants and woodlands, and he was into landscaping and gardening, and he just liked anything that grew. He's a bit of a hobbit in that sense, although he didn't look like one. He's quite tall. He liked painting as well. I think it was watercolours he was into. In his garage, he had a load of canvases with paintings he'd done, like landscapes and skylines, and that's beautiful, lovely. I think he used to sell them, kind of supplement his income. But yeah, they're really, really good. I was very impressed. Right, so that's that. I don't know if I want to work with too many more colours, so I'm going to use Corvus Black also on this, whatever it is here on his side, some sort of leather, I don't know, like a shield thing that he's got going on here. So I know it's going to look messy at the moment, me doing this. Actually, I'll put the camera, I can never get a good camera angle when I'm doing these things, you know. Not one that lasts the whole thing. Some people do these paint-alongs, they seem to have a great camera angle all the way through. That's not me, I'm not that guy. So forgive me for not being in a good camera angle right now. But yeah, my cousin, going back to that. I'm so sad I'll never get to see him again and talk with him again. He's very intelligent, clever guy. Like I say, very funny and comical. And yeah, so sad. I'm so sad for my auntie as well. You know, his mother wasn't that old. Yeah, the world's definitely a gloomier place without him. But, you know, I don't want to dwell on sadness. It's life goes on. And he certainly wouldn't want people to sit around and mope and stuff. But, you know, you can't help it when you lose, you know, a family member or friend. Or both. You know, someone you really think a lot of and that. I know some people are going to be really, really affected by it. And I feel sorry for them. My heart goes out to them. It really does. I'm going to use Corvus Black here to... I think if you used to ask all of us cousins, there's a lot of us, big family, I think we'd probably all have said, we would all have said that he was our favourite. Yeah, definitely. Anyway. Rest in peace, buddy. I'll see you again one day. Yeah. Right. Alright, so that's that done. We are on 48 minutes now. I know I've created a bit of more work to do with clean up for myself there, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just do that a bit now. Mephiston Red, no problem. Just a little bit. Just don't need much at all. I love Mephiston Red. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Yes, I watched Lee Evans last night. I watched a couple of his DVDs actually. I got loads of them. Very funny guy. It's good to laugh, you know, when you're feeling a bit meh. Good to laugh. Right, that's that. Mephiston Red. Battle Dress Green now. Let's hope we can do the same. That's a beautiful green, this sort of browny green. I love it. Ugh. Just a little. I do like the pots of the P3 paints. I like the coat d'arms ones. Okay, let's get this show on the road, as my dad used to say. So as you know, I'm looking to move to a place called Seaton, hoping to. That's what my goal is, long term. Even if not in the house I grew up in, but to live there. Although I'm fairly confident I can get into my old house eventually, if not immediately. I think we'll be able to do that. Right, there we are, looking good, looking damn good. Right, okay, just tidied him up a little bit. Also tidy up the trousers a bit here. And there. So my daughter and the wife are indoors watching whatever they watch when I'm not there. My daughter's loving her apprenticeship, by the way. My daughter's now an apprentice mechanical engineer. Finally, she seems to have found the path she's going to be happy on. So, she's done her first week at that and she's loving it. We couldn't be prouder. And, yeah, she's going to be like Brain Box of the Year come the end. But I am looking to get into the said company in a different capacity, of course, some more, office type based, whereas she's like an industrial. But if let me say you stick it out there, you do your apprenticeship and that, you'll be earning fantastic money, and no debt after. Whereas if you'd gone to university, you'd have a whacking great debt over your head, and it doesn't go away. We all know that. And you got all that skill, either if you stay in the same company or go to somewhere else. The employers will snap you up. Right, 53 minutes here. I don't think I'm going to do any more. In fact, I'm taking my glasses off now. I'm going to zoom right out. Look at that, all that way. And I'm stopping here. Right, so that's been on the bench. It seems to have flown by, that one. I don't know what the deal is with that. But really, really flown by. But I've done a bit there. I'm happy with. Like I said, the ghosts at the start, those 4 test pieces, it's making me want to do the rest of the little gribblies and, all the other miniatures in Ghostbusters, the board game. I don't know what that game is like, but yeah, I will do. So, thanks ever so much for joining me on this episode of On the Bench with Pete. Let me know what you're working on, and please like the video if you like it, and dislike it if you don't. It's as simple as that, really. And you can share it if you want to really help get me some more traffic. I mean, I'm really happy with the traffic I get. I'd like a little more. I think, wouldn't we all? Because it feels very intimate. I mean, the Patreon videos, if you want to check out my Patreon account, my campaign, head on over there from as little as $1 a month. If you want to do the paint-along videos, I think that's level 2, which is $2 a month. But you'll see all that anyway. But that's very intimate, because I know it's just a few of us, and we try and, talk between ourselves and, get stuff done that way. And it's really good. So, yeah, anyway, if you can, share it. I want to get some more traffic. It'd be nice. I would like an average of 100 views a video. I know I don't get that, but that's what I would like. And I think with, approaching 3,000 subscribers, I should be able to get that if I, apply myself in the right way. So that is what I'm hoping for. So, like I say, thanks ever so much for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye for now. Bye-bye.